Let's go to the boys of fall.
Okay. Wow, you're really pushing it.
Yeah, I think that was a nice segue. Turning to the Browns, they were outside for a very short period of time today in the heat for day 2 of their mandatory minicamp. Now, where it took place is really interesting. They boarded the buses and they went on a road trip down to Canton, and they practiced at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium and then took a tour of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and they watched the football life of Jim Brown on the ride down on the buses to kind of get the whole feel of what Cleveland Browns history is all about. We move on, though, to Hey Jimmy, you have peppered me with questions, okay? And here we go. First question from Lois in Walton Hills. Hey Jimmy, is the delay from the NFL on Watson a good sign or a bad sign for the Browns? I think right now, Lois, it is a troubling sign for the Browns. I'm not waffling on this, but I think the Browns want to know whether it's good or bad, whether he's suspended or not suspended ASAP. I mean, they're going to have to get along with things. They're going to have to change on the fly here if he's suspended for a long period of time, or for that matter, suspended at all. So I think right now it's a bad sign that it continues to take long, only because it's kind of delaying what the Browns are going to do. Certainly by the time they hit training camp, they want to be able to say, okay, we know he's going to be suspended for this amount of time. We have to move on. We have to find a different way to win. We have to get Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. So I think ASAP, let's go. Let's get a decision, no matter what that decision is. Next question. Bob in Brecksville writes in, hey, Jimmy, after watching OTAs and minicamp, which Browns player has improved the most from last season? Bob, I'm going to go way out on a limb here. I like the looks of this young receiver, Anthony Schwartz. Now, I know last year he didn't have a big year, but here's what happens, Bob from Brecksville. When a rookie loses time early in training camp, he just falls way behind. Schwartz lost time. He had a hamstring problem, and he was never able to catch up. Now, they need him to play well this year. He's a speed guy at wide receiver. He's kind of a home run hitter. He had a very patchy year for them last year. So far, so good. Not today. Not feeling well. He was under the weather. He was not with them down in Canton. But at least football-wise, he looks much healthier, and he looks better and more confident catching the football. Finally, Tim from Avon writes in and asks, hey, Jimmy, why does it seem the Browns haven't considered trading Felton? That would be Demetric Felton, the running back, because his stats are substandard compared to Chubb, Hunt, and Johnson. That's a great question. Let me go into this for a little bit, all right? Here's what Demetric Felton can do. He can be a running back. He can be a wide receiver. He can return kickoffs. He can return punts. That's one guy that can do 4 things. Did he do it well? Not so much last year. He really struggled in the return game. He was okay as a receiver. He's a bit smallish as a running back, okay? I want you to remember this name, though, Jerome Ford, a kid they drafted out of Cincinnati who started his college career at Alabama. They really like him. He's a problem for Demetric Felton because they're going to keep Jerome Ford, and I think they like him so much it could be a big problem for Felton to make the roster. After all, they have Chubb, they have Hunt, they have Dearness Johnson, they have this kid Ford now. I mean, they can't keep all of those running backs. The only other thing I point out to you is, remember, Nick Chubb is coming. Nick Chubb is all set to go contractually, but Kareem Hunt, this is the last year of his deal. He would become a free agent next season. It will be very difficult for the Browns financially and according to the salary cap to keep Chubb and Hunt together past this year, which is tough because I love the two of them. I really do. I love you both. And I like Demetric Felton. Thanks for the questions, everybody.